Hey everyone, let's unbox and take a look at the Fry's Food Truck by Lego City. This is set number 60488, contains 216 pieces, retails for $19.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. And just by first impressions, this looks really fun to build, and I'm hoping all these graphics are printed. So far, most of these sets are, which I'm really happy with. And this is grabbing my attention, which is a really good start. So it looks like we get two minifigures on the top of the box. That's even better. And here's the back of the box. And, well, it's like we get our typical food vendor's truck here with a sliding window. And it's like there's probably one on both sides. I don't know yet. Alright, let's crack this open and see what we have inside here. Alrighty. And I don't see any stickers. That's a good sign so far, but I do not like seeing chassis floating around at the bottom of the box. And looks like we get two numbered bags. That's not too bad. I'm hoping it's a collaborative build. Looks like this thing might be. Yeah, and it's one of these that you just make the separate pieces and you combine them together. So it looks like we are going to be in for a treat because we can share this build with up to another partner. So that's two people in total. And two numbered bags. Not too bad at all. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing here is move the light out of the way so I don't bump my noggin on it. Is I'm going to build this in one installment today. And I have a feeling we are going to have fun with this one. I'm hoping everything is printed. We got two numbered bags, so yeah, we'll just pretend like two people are building here. And of course, this is floating at the bottom. Usually I have not seen any of these sets come with the Brick Separator. It'll be in the description on the main channel, but no. But it looks like this stuff is printed. Well, yeah, and pretty much this is what it is. And I don't think that's somebody's hair in there. Ugh. I'll have to wash my hands. Yeah, so let's get going here. Let's build it. And I got the ring light all ready to go and everything. I'm on my game today. Let's do this. And we just got done with a very nasty windstorm. We're supposed to have a few inches of rain out here, which would be kind of cool to see. And yes, this is a bedside build, and guess what? It is Christmas Eve. December 24th, 2025, like at 12 in the morning. So I have to keep it down because family is sleeping right now. So I have a house full of people here, and I thought, well, I'm going to sneak back here and do a little work, you know, kind of get some stuff done. Oh, I have a feeling that's going to be scratched. I got stories to talk about. I may do another set after this one, I don't know. I hope we're not going to be stranded with nothing but small parts. Yeah, this looks like we're going to be doing the minifigure first. You got to have your chassis. Oh, goodness. Well, looks like we'll be here for an hour. So let's do the minifigure, and then we'll get into the story stuff. But I have been just trying to get sets done here, and dealing with what is this? Is this Miss Undercut? Because I recognize the hair or the face. Maybe she's bald in the back, so maybe we don't know. Or this could be a teen. We don't know. Well, I can't wait to get into all the fun stuff, but the stories, yeah, we'll see how it goes here. And we need to get some fry parts. Where'd those go? Am I just being silly? Oh, there they are. Okay, I found them. And matter of fact, that's about as most I've ever seen parts in those hands before. I'm not a fan of the hands. I hate to think Lego's going to start switching that to the building guides because I don't want to be dealing with phone books. First we're going to have to mess with the minifigure, and you know how long that's going to take. Yeah, you could probably tell by my mood I'm not really in a good mood today. You know, if it's Christmas, and that's what she looks like. I like that uniform. Too bad we can't get more of those. Fries. Yummy, huh? Well, tonight we're going to have a ham dinner, which is going to even be better. Okay, now we're getting ready for the base of the truck, and it's one of these pre-molded chassis. And yeah, now I can get going here. And yes, so it begins. Chores, lots of chores. Everything's coming in and hitting me hard. So, got to get the car inspected. I got to get my tax paperwork done before I head back to work. And the third item I got to deal with is the DMV. They're hitting me hard. I got to do a bunch of chores for the DMV in itself. Which means go down, get a real ID, I got to get my picture taken, get thumb printed, go for a vision test, and a possible driving test. Yeah, all this because I'm considered handicapped, not disabled, but to them maybe I should be. But I saw on the news today that they were complaining about how full the DMV offices are and to do everything online, and I thought, well, I would love to do everything online. I try to do it online to see if I can pay my at least pay my fee online. I'm not eligible to pay it online. I have to go do it the old-fashioned way and pay them in cash. I may roll up there with just coins and pay them that way and see, here, count it right in front of me, make sure you're doing it right. Okay, these are printed, and oh, these come in these colors. Not too bad. But yeah, it's not going to be fun for me. I'm not going to have a very fun time. And so far on my time off, it's been nothing but work and chores. Editing videos is not helping out any better either. So I'm just kind of more or less just burned out. And, you know, yeah, so you'll be hearing some adventures about me dealing with the DMV. So right now, it's not like I can go down there and be done in 30 minutes. No. That's going to take me weeks, as I got to go to an eye doctor. I got to get a bunch of forms filled out. For him to say, yes, he's still able to drive an automobile, take it down there, and then DMV will decide, and if they don't like what he says, then I have to go through a driving test, which is like 15 minutes with a stranger in my car that I don't know. Yep, and isn't that fun? It's not like I'm gonna have a blast, huh? I may start working throughout the winter months and take off in the summer. I don't ever have to do any chores. But I would just be cooped up in the house, which is not fun. Okay, it looks like we get a few of these here in dark green. We've seen these before, they're new. Alright, well those are keepers. So yeah, I don't know if anybody would be interested in me talking about my struggles with vision impairments, but yeah, that's one of them there. With a perfect driving record, but that wasn't good enough for him apparently, so yeah, that's just how it is. I got dealt with a bad hand of cards, and I got to deal with it. But, yeah, that's pretty much about it with that. So, more boring nonsense that I have to deal with today. Well, for next year. So, before I even think about making appointments or whatever, I'm enjoying my holidays. I'm keeping everything stress-free right now. It is nice. I am relaxed. I took a nap today. I slept good. I'm awake and I am alert. That's what I care about right now. I don't care about the DMV. I don't care about doctors or anything like that. I want to enjoy my holidays just for a little bit before I have to deal with nonsense and drama and chores. You know. But yeah. So that's why I'm back here doing some Lego sets, because there we go, got those on, and those are printed. Those are cool. And ooh, be good for blacktop. That wasn't dark gray. Yeah, so, oh, and by the way, all these sets start off as a 10. I don't ding anything off until then. I'm hoping this is not scratched. Alright, let me go get the black paper. You know what that means. I thought I had that in here. What did I do with that now? Oh, there it is. And yeah, this set started off at a 10. Now I got to ding it down to a 9. So you can... Let's see, I got this fancy camera. Let me get that real quick. Let me use this thing, because this is the type of nonsense I'm talking about right here. Trying to get it to focus in here a bit here. Alright, you can see some of the scuffs there. Yeah. You know, Lego, pack this stuff up better and I won't have to drop it down a whole point. So it's a 9. I was hoping these would be a 10. That's really a good start, huh? Except for the hands. For a set like this, what's the age range on this set here? Looks like it is for 5+. I am assuming 5-year-olds know how to count. Yeah. And all right, let me add these pieces here in the front. I gotta go check my videos real quick. I'm right now just finishing up some stuff, so I have more content to share with you and more drama stories. Now, that's always fun, huh? All right, I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so in addition to all that nonsense, we had a nasty windstorm. The Christmas decorations were starting to blow all over the place. I had to run out and go get those. And with having asthma doesn't help out, so yours truly had a nasty asthma attack today just trying to fetch those stupid things. And I told my bunch that I'm putting these up. Well, don't you want to leave your house decorated for Christmas? I'm like, well, I don't want to have to chase these down unless you're willing to do it for me. But I don't feel like doing that. So I put those boogers up in the garage, and I'm going to pack them up tomorrow, bring a box. And I'm cleaning all the boxes that the decorations come in just so I can prepare them a bit better. And yeah, I've just been running ragged. So I'm trying to I'm just trying to get things done here and enjoy my holidays, because I know in February I got a bunch of contracts I got to get going and sign, and I really don't want to deal with those, but well, unfortunately I'm going to have to do it. So that's part about being an adult. You got boring things. And ooh, this piece comes in black. Lego, you got to keep sending me these like in that random colors, because I can use those, you know. But yeah, I've just been kind of burned out and doing things, and just kind of fed up with it right now. And in addition to all the DMV and doctor drama, apparently there's been some vandals out here vandalizing the boxes that are out on the street for the internet, for the fiber, and they're stealing all the batteries out of them or something. And we've been having internet kind of been going in and out. It's like they were trying to steal the fiber optic wire too, thinking it's copper. I'm like, where have you been? But you can tell they don't service that stuff, so they have no clue, you know. And yeah, oh, I need these in black. Well, now how do you do? Well, I got those. Yeah, so I don't know what's with people today. And so far I haven't ran across any rude comments, which is unusual for Christmas time. So yeah, hope everybody's having a great Christmas Eve. Now, by the time you're watching this, it's probably 2 weeks later, but for me right now, everybody's getting along. We're all kind of nestled up. Nobody's been fighting, which is really nice. You know, we're all getting ready for Santa Claus to come. And I don't know, maybe I'll probably be up late, so I'll probably hear him with his reindeer on top of the roof, but I won't peek. I'll let him do his job, and I'll probably be back here filming doing this one. So hope everybody's ready for Santa Claus. And if you're watching this with your children, yeah, Santa Claus is coming. Just have to, well, just like everybody, I have to wait, you know. Just have to wait for him to dazzle me with presents. There's one thing I want, but sadly he won't be able to bring it to me. Some of you know what it is. Well, 2 things that I want, but yeah, someday it may happen. But anyways, looking for a steering wheel. Well, no, I found these, which are always nice to have. Oh, there it is. And Lego, I mean, really, come on now. You know, I don't know what these sound like with me talking really low. Like I said, everybody's kind of sleeping right now, and I don't want to wake people up here. Ooh, and this is printed. I'll have to share this with you. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's really nice printed piece. That's good for like maybe a top of an air conditioner or an engine or something too. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff cut out for me. I did a couple of tutorials from the last time we've met. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I can do here. Alright, gotta get my hands again. I don't like these hand things, to be honest. They're just so goofy. Maybe I need to do this to my building guides. Use my palms, and they're all beat up. Look at all the calluses on my hands. And it cracks me up because I look younger than I am. And some of these gals, oh wow, your hands are like rough. What do? You know, you don't. Like I work on computers. Like, well, you look like somebody that just wouldn't even, that just cares about his looks all the time. I'm like, well, not really. I have to do some work. I got to do labor stuff. You know, that kind of thing. So it's always fun. At least I can fool people. So it looks like this is the radiator. Maybe the front opens up because these are hinged, so we might have a little bit of a treat there. We do not know. Now, did I forget to put something in there? Oh no, I didn't. This thing goes right behind here. At least, you know, if it's a kitty set, it's highlighted and it's green, so it's easy for me to read, and that's going to be hard if I have to take that driving test. I know somebody else who went through all that, and she's heavily dyslexic, and boy, they ding her all the time. And she just goes up front and says, I may not get the letters right, but let me read them to the best of my ability. And they'll let her get her license. I thought, maybe I'll have to do that. I don't know. Every time I think about that place, I get the squirmies. It's like, they had, out of all days, they had to send that stupid thing to me now. So I think that is a hood. It's like during the Christmas to ruin my holidays. Yeah, so it does open up. Alright, and yes, I do have those arrows in my building guides too. Okay, now it looks like we're doing marker lights. And I have a feeling these are going to be mirrored. And right now it is warm. We're like in the 60s right now. It is windy. We are ready for a rainstorm. Now, like you guys back east who get rained on and all that stuff, and you know, you get cold weather out here when there's a storm blowing in, look out, it's going to be hot and miserable, and that's exactly what it's going to be. And it's this will be the first time in a long time we're actually going to be hit with a storm on Christmas Eve. It's not going to be white, but it will be a wet one, which is fine by me. So there we go there. That's not too bad for that. And these go over here. Okay, like that. Not too bad, huh? Not too bad at all. Boy, that looks really nice on the front. Really nice. Of course, we got to do the same thing again here, so we could skip that. We could put our doors in. See, these plates are so nice because your minifigures sit here and your doors just close right up against them. And that's a dream part. That's a part that I've always wanted. And I needed this in black for another project. I've already did an alternative build of it because I didn't have it. But now I do. Take our scratch windshield and throw that in there. Put this on the top. Yeah, these sets are always kind of a fun thing to put together. And then now we got to turn our attention to the tires, and I'm just going to go ahead and cover these all up. Obviously you can tell because it doesn't fit back here. It only fits on this side here with little holes inside. So we will do this. And wow, I didn't even make a mistake. Well, that's unusual. I mean, this is like kind of tires you'd see like on Knight Rider, like on Kit or something, but no, not on this. And that takes care of that. And just this alone, I could see other uses for this than this. It's a nice base for a truck. Get that dust off there. And this is what we have remaining for bag one. Not too bad at all. Okay. Yes, this is the last bag here. Usually these videos are like 30 to 40 minutes. And I see something else that's going to get scratched up. I'm going to say right now with the way the manual's laid out, we're already at an 8.5. So that's not looking good, Lego. Not good at all. And let's take a look at this. Well, but that is at least not scratched. Fries. Isn't that cool? And that's printed. That is a keeper right there. And, alright. Okay. Where's the black sheet at? I need to keep this in here permanently. You can probably see here, right there. Yeah. Alright, Lego, we'll drop this down to an 8. Alright, any more transparent parts? Don't see any, so maybe that's a good thing. We don't know yet. We have these. And let's open up this little bag here. I hope you can hear me fine on the video. I see another scratched part, I think. Well, this one here got unscathed, but I don't know. I don't think I see a frame for that. Well, here we are. You know, if they brought this thing down one more stud, this would be close to those 1x3x4 door frames we had back in the old days. Not too bad at all. So it looks like right now we're going to be building another minifigure, which is going to be the customer here. And yeah, so while I'm building her, I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. That's always a big help, as well as Patreon, because those motivate me into doing stuff. More, it's a motivational tool than anything. But you're not just tossing your time and money away. It's going towards things like building tutorials and customs that I can never get to anymore. And it's completely optional. You could do it if you want. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to check out my Rebrickable profile and my building guides. In addition, for liking, commenting, subscribing, and just sticking around and enjoying the show. That's always a big help, especially for those who watch the video all the way through. And there's our customer. See, obviously she's a city worker. This would work good with the cement truck we built. Not too bad at all. Put her over there. Not too bad. Okay, and now a red 6x10. I was looking for these for another project. I didn't have enough. Well, the set comes with 2 of them. It's still not enough, but every bit helps. And a black door. Oh, it doesn't come with its mate. Well, that's depressing. Well, look how big these parts are. Hey, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind having big pieces, because that there, folks, is a winner in my book, because it's bigger stuff that I can just put together real quick. You know. So I'm hoping everyone is having a great holiday season. And, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad, if I'm pronouncing that right. You know, have fun, you know, basically enjoy your time off if you are off. And if you're working and you're just taking off Christmas Day, well, at least you get a 3-day, no, you don't get a 3-day weekend. Luckily your boss gives you off the 26th, would be better, huh? Yeah, everybody right now is just sacked out in this house. I'm the only one that kind of just slept today. I didn't sleep so well last night, but I did take a good nap, so now I'm kind of more or less just enjoying my night right now and putting Lego sets together. And here's another printed piece. I got a bunch of those and a coin. And I'm hoping everybody's just chilling out, not stressing over anything. Wow, 1x10 red bricks. I don't have a lot of red. So that's always a nice treat to see there. And yeah, not too bad at all. Alrighty. Okay, this goes here. Sorry if my hands are in the way. Yeah, these are not to be construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes. So watch the video all the way through. I may make mistakes. Usually I correct them at the end of the video if I find them. I don't intentionally do that, but you know. One thing I forgot to mention though is that even despite we're getting scratch parts, and here we're already at an 8, it's still keeping my interest. So the build right now, the colors alone are keeping my interest, which is good. So I'm not bored. I don't feel like I'm throwing away my time. This feels like I'm using my time wisely here. And you know what? Tonight might be a double feature, because if you're watching this, depends on when I release it, I will be doing the tractor. I brought that back here too. And if I have a little extra time, I may squeeze in a poly bag or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to think of where I'm at here. So at least we're doing that. And I had somebody comment today that they enjoy the really soothing, like my very my tone of voice on these, even if I rant. I don't shout. I don't yell in my videos. I sit here and talk to you. That's what I do. And I don't, some people are, they shout. Like there was this guy I was watching on YouTube, and he wasn't shouting, but he's like, yeah, man, check out this awesome thing, dude. Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun putting this together, bro. Yeah, I'm not going to talk like that for a whole hour. I'm sorry, I've kind of grown out of all that. I talk like I'm on something. But, you know, to each his own, right? And then we'll put this window here. Okay. These 3x3 windows are really cool. Lego's now coming up with these odd numbered size windows, and this one's actually supposed to go the other way like that. Whoopsie. You know, never seen them go, rarely ever see them going backwards. Yeah, and so we have the calculator, or it could be a cash register there. Right there, and then we got the coin right there. Not too bad at all, huh? This is one thing I like about doing the Lego stuff. And I always recommend, even if you're not sure if you're into this hobby or not, is pick up a set like this. This is a good starter set. A really good starter set. And if you're interested in something like this, this is the set to get. It goes, just sits in there. So you just set it inside this track piece. So if you're looking for a starter, here you go. It's easy, and it's only $20. It's a bit high for this. I'm going to be honest. That's the only thing it's a bit steep, but here's the deal, and I'm not trying to upsell anything here, but this is not bad. But you know what? Are you hiding my tiles? You are. That is naughty. You don't do that. I'd have been screaming at Lego for you hiding those from them. But yeah, this is the one thing good about this hobby, though. This is something that you can put together with your family, your kids. So if you're going to get into this as an adult, this is a way to relate with your children, is Lego. It's expensive, but at least it's not something that's just grotesquely overpriced. And it's backwards compatible with older sets. And that's where that black door goes. I need to get a couple more of those. But I've been pretty happy with the Lego product, but just the way they pack it, that's probably my only issue I have with Lego. But just putting together stuff sometimes is always cool. Yeah, sometimes we'll get more in-depth conversations here about the set than I do on the main channel. Hey, wherever you feel like commenting is fine, but here we have more of a discussion here. And it's always nice to kind of just sit back and talk. Yeah, I mean, it's more like a concession stand than anything else. Okay, now it looks like we're moving on to the top here. 1x3 flat tiles. You know what? I got a little Tupperware full of these. And it's a nice size to have if you don't want to piece together a 2x4 or whatever. You don't, or like a 1x4. You don't need a 1x1 or whatever. You can piece them together with that. Or a 1x1 and a 1x2. Okay, I'm starting to get tired. Yeah, maybe I'm going to have to wind down here. I'll see what happens here. These are a nice fun piece to have. I mean, it's all bright colors. It's not dingy. I'm not bored with this one. And yeah, so when I do the review, I'm not bored. This has bright colors. Yeah, there's black in there, but it wasn't like a solid black build. We are getting what we are essentially paying for. Everything's printed, but it's just the way that the set was packed. And now it looks like we're putting the fries in here. Isn't that yummy? Who doesn't like salted fries? Matter of fact, if I have to do that drive-in test, they always have me drive by that McDonald's, so I may do that. So, stop by and let's get a bite to eat. I'll pay if you pass me. I don't want to have to come back and do it again. I'm just joking. Don't take that seriously, folks. Everybody's taking stuff seriously lately during the holidays. Kind of sad, but so be it. Okay. Yeah, so far it's like that on the top. So they kind of got this looking like French fries here. Trying to breathe through my mouth because my nose is kind of stuffed up today. With the wind, it doesn't help out my allergies much. It's even been playing jokes or tricks on my hearing. My ears are kind of plugged up and ringing right now, so I'm kind of just taking it easy. But now the only thing I hear is the sound of the wind pounding against the house and the camera's thing. And okay, I forgot to put these in there, my bad. So it looks like we're having a truck, but it looks like there's fries. This is very basic, but it's very effective. It's not this is not a disappointment. Sorry if my hands are in the way, but I mean, just this alone looks really good. Bart Simpson's hair sticking out of the top of the thing. So this is what we have remaining here for bag 2. That's not too bad at all. Not too bad. Now we put this on top of the concession stand. Like that. Okay. And you got a little entry door, so it is scaled for figures. Now I don't know if a figure is going to stand up in there or not. We'll find out here in a bit. And yeah, we're ready to put it on the truck. And let's do that real quick. It depends. In the States, it's probably like this. But it depends on where you are at in the world. So that's what that is. There's a ladder in the back. Cool. And that takes care of that. Okay, let me slide this out of the way. I think I've done every one of these on this page here. These are all fun vehicle builds. You're not going to be disappointed with them. This is printed. Everything's printed. I have not done any of these yet on this page here, but I do have all of these. I don't know about that one, but I do have the other ones. And yeah, I mean, you're not going to get shortchanged here at all. And so this is basically like setting up summation of thoughts. We'll save putting the minifigure in here during the tour, but I honestly think we'll keep it like that. And you get 2 minifigures. They got nice torsos. But honestly, for me though, for what this set is, it's not bad at all. I mean, it's not bad. It's not like I feel like I wasted my time on it. This is a set here that I'm going to say that if you got a Lego City, or you're just buying this for your child, just think there's no stickers to fuss with on this one here. It means you don't have to try to get them on crooked. And I'm going to say that an 8 is a fair score just due to the condition. Lack of brick separator and the instructions. I think that would be fine. But now looking at this here as a complete model, I think this one's a winner. I don't feel like I wasted my time. Okay, and I'm going to say that, let's do it right there, that it's a nice accessory piece for a Lego City. You know, it's self-contained, it looks really good, and it's got a lot of features. So in addition, it's a playable model, even better. And I think that's it. I think we're done there. I mean, it wasn't much to set up here, but I think it's built very well. I didn't have anything fall off, which is good. So I'd say the construction of this is really, really built for play. In addition, up to 2 people. So, without further ado, let's start the formal tour. Here is the Fry's food truck all assembled. We're going to take a look at the minifigures first. So here we have, looks like a construction worker. So she's obviously on a lunch break. Here's the back, and I like that reflective print work for her torso. So it looks like she's wearing one of those vests that they usually wear out there. She's also got a box of fries there. Really cool. And here we got the employee. So he scoops some fries out of the fryer. Looks like I've seen her before with that face. Is that Miss Undercut from the space and stuff? So she's taken a lot of roles here lately. Probably no work, so she had to work in the food vendors thing. I don't know what they call it. But she's got a nice printed torso. I'd like to get more of these torsos. It would be really cool. It looks like something you'd wear like in a fast food joint. And not too bad at all. I mean, the minifigure's got some nice print work. And here we have the Fry's food truck. And honestly, see if I can, oh, I'm already backed out enough as it is. Let me just raise this up here for you. Hey, my reviews are sloppy at their finest here. I got to make them extra cringy for you. And yes, that's printed. There's no stickers in this set, which is really good. And this is printed here, and it just looks really good. And this thing is built very solid for what it is. And here's the back side. We got a rear entry door. Kind of dark in there. We'll take a closer look at that here in a bit. And that's essentially what this is. Now, this thing can be built by up to 2 people, which is good. But this piece here can just come right off. They do have other versions of this vehicle, so I'm sure you can mix and match these if you desire. So right now we're going to take a look at the truck here. And it can seat up to 2 minifigures side by side. That little steering wheel there. But does it seat? We don't know. Let's put our worker in there. Let's see if she or he can fit in there. How easy is it to put him in there? I don't know. Let me open up the door so I can see here. Well, sorry if my hands are in the way. My nails are cut short, so I can't get in there. There we go. Yeah. Now, the door closes all the way, which is good. Does the top fit on? That's usually always a big problem on some of these vehicles. And it's just not lined up there. But you just have to wiggle that in. So yes, indeed, it's not too bad at all. Not too bad. And of course, you can see 2 minifigures side by side. I like that new piece that Lego has came out with, because that is going to be a nice dream part for us who are building cars with the minifigures sitting side by side. And yes, I did not forget, this does open up here too to reveal the engine. So in case we have to break down and look at the printed piece there, which is like a little fan, the radiator. This one's got a lot of detail for being such a simple build. These are usable parts. Sometimes this thing will hang up, so you're going to have to wiggle these pieces here a bit. That's not too bad. There is some limitations though with this, and it's a nice truck. You could be using this as a flatbed truck. It looks like one of those vintage flatbed trucks you'd see. And that's really good. Now here we have the fries. And this thing here does slide open and close, which looks pretty cool. I ought to use a little bigger piece in there, but it is what it is. Here we got the top, and we've already saw this. And the top does remove, so I can just pop that off. I mean, it's just very basic. It's, nothing special there. Now the interior of this is just more or less barren. We got a little deep fryer here and some ketchup, but no mustard. So if you're looking for mustard, this is not really the place for you. We also got ourselves looks like a 5-cent coin, and we got a little calculator. It could be a cash register. And it's basic. It's just enough to put a minifigure in and play with it. So it is a playable model. So I'm saying that this is probably Mrs. Undercut. We'll put her in there. No, I don't have nothing against undercuts. It's just matter of fact, that's not how we wear our hats today. She needs to wear it like that. That looks a lot better. I mean, come on, we gotta pretend like this is the 90s hip hop era again. So you now know what era I grew up in. Come on, it doesn't want to go in your hand, but eat those fries. Now, I'm wondering if she'll fit right in here. And I'm just going to set her in there. It doesn't look like it doesn't look that tall at all, but indeed, looks like we were spared maybe by a plate or two. The right height to look out the window. I mean, that's not bad at all. That is not bad. And that is it right there. I think this is a winner here. This is a really nice playable model. Very nice indeed. And I think this is going to be a good companion for any Lego city. Or any kind of theme for that matter. You can put this on your beach or something, which is cool. So, we're going to go ahead and start the review with play value. And as you can tell, this is a playable model. Yes, the interior is a little bit barren, but, you know, who cares? You know, this is just really meant to be like this more than anything. I think this is just merely to put on your city and just kind of drive it around to locations and such. But everything is scaled for minifigures, which is good. And you do get the 2 included figures with this. Now, in addition to this, you can share the build with up to another person. So up to 2 people can build this set at the same time, which is really cool. And that's always a good thing if you want to share the build with a family member, a brother or sister, significant other. Always something to do here with this, so that's even better. And you could use the pieces for other creations. You can drop this in your Lego city. There's just so much you can do with this one here, I think. And it's a complete build. It's complete. You can drop this in anytime or any place you want. You can put it on your beach, like I mentioned. It's just so much you can do here. With the Fry's food truck, it's really nice. Build quality is also pretty good. It didn't have anything fall apart, and everything just built pretty strong and sound. Nothing disintegrated. No stickers to fuss with, which is even better. So if you're looking for something that's durable for play as well as to put in your city for show, here you go. This one is a winner. Now, for my build experience, this set was fun to put together. Despite this here being black, it looks like we're just mostly building black and white on this one. No, there's a lot of colors in this one. This right here will be an eye catcher here. So if you're looking for something with some bright colors, here you go. This is a really nice set for just that. And if it kept the attention of an adult, I know for a child, this is going to be a fun one. It's not a very big build, but it's not too bad. Now the instructions on the hand are literally just the hand things. It's really slow. So if you're looking for a really fast build, this one's not it. This one's mostly targeted towards younger builders. For an older builder, the build's a little bit too slow. So you've been warned there. I mean, it was a little slow for me, but it was fun to put together nonetheless. So I have to give this set here an 8 out of 10. This windscreen was scratched, and this little window, or this piece here, came in with some pits and scuffs. So that was probably the only turnoff I had with the parts, in addition to taking a nap on the job there. No brick separator and the slow building guide. That was probably the only issues I had with the set. But if you're looking for a really good sound build, this one's it, and it's a shareable model. It means you and another person can put this together with no problem at all. It's an easy, fun, quick, collaborative build, especially with the gnats flying around in here. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of this set.